What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Montreal Diecast Cafe, everybody. And, well, today I'd like to dive into a topic that I guess not too many people really talk about when it comes to Hot Wheels. I would like to dive into a series of series, well, that kind of derived from, well, let's say the original Red Lines. Okay. This one here is a 1968 release of the Camaro from the Red Lines. Okay, this is the original Hot Wheels, one of the original 16. I do have a couple here to show, but I'm not going to show everything. And I'm probably, well, not probably, I'm not going to show everything from all of these series that we're going to go through today because, well, you could pretty much derive a whole collection just on the series that Hot Wheels has released. And of course, I'm talking about, well, the classic series, Hot Wheels Classic Series. And there are tons. There are tons of cars, and there are tons of subcategories from the classics as well. You have everything from 10th anniversary to 25th anniversary, to the 30th anniversary, 40th anniversary. You've got the vintage series classics, you've got the modern classics, you've got the cool classics. I mean, there are just an incredible amount of Hot Wheels, guys, that fit into the classics series categories. Now, I've tried to find out about as much information as I could from the internet, but basically it is extremely, extremely hard to find all the information you want from the classic series or to see all the cars. By Wikipedia, it does say that there were 5 series, which I think I've just named more than that, so there's a lot more to the classics series than you would think. There's even the RLC Neo Classics series. And, well, as I said, it's just not something that's discussed much when it comes to Hot Wheels collecting. Because, well, it's a series that really kind of derives on the old school Hot Wheels cars. And they're very cool series, a very great series, because of the fact that Mattel does bring back these old cars. Now, I guess probably the reason people don't talk a lot about it is because the newer collectors are not really into the older Hot Wheels. They're more into the car culture and the Fast and Furious and the premiums. But the classic series Hot Wheels is just, well, it's basically what Hot Wheels was all about. And I love the fact that Hot Wheels keeps bringing them back to remind us that there were some really, really cool cars made for the track. Now, with that being said, I'm going to kind of go through a couple of the years. Funny enough, in my collection, I have not found a 10th anniversary classics car. Not too sure why. Like I said on the internet, I tried to find pictures of the 10th anniversary cars, and I just can't seem to find them. So, I mean, in my collection, I may have, but I'm not going to go through every car just to look for that 10th anniversary stamp. It's just not going to happen. I've got too many. But anyhow, I do have at least a version of everything else, and it's going to lead me into today's video where I'm going to open up some more of the new, well, not new, but some more cars that I'm going to add to a series that, well, one of the series of the classics that I'm most fond about. And that is going to be the Cool Classics. The Cool Classics is really, it's more of a series that I really, really want to try and finish. So it's a tough one. Also, never mind, the Modern Classics series was also a very, very tough one to find, but it's a little bit more expensive than your Cool Classics. The Modern Classics was actually, I think, discontinued after its first year, if I'm not mistaken. And also, the Cool Classics was also discontinued, but I do believe it made a couple of rounds because there are quite a few more cars to the Cool Classics than there were for the Modern Classics. But anyways, with that being said, we are going to talk today about the Classic Series Hot Wheels, guys. And believe me, you could fill a whole collection just with the classics. So let's dive a little bit into it and let's check out older Hot Wheels castings. Let's do it. Okay, like I was saying, everybody, I believe, okay, like I said, I can't find a ton of information, but I believe the idea of the Classic Series was just to bring back a bit of nostalgia for the old, for the older generation collectors. To bring back the old school vibes of Hot Wheels, which started off, like I said, from this guy here, 1968 Red Lines. Okay, I've got a couple of them here. There's another one here. This is the Cougar. This one's the Camaro. And we have the Eldorado. Okay, these are part of the original 16. Now, the Classic Series, well, they say that it started in 95. They say it went from 95 to 2007, I believe. Let me just double check that. Okay, sorry everybody. No, actually what it says here on the internet, I'm just going to read it quickly here. It says that the classic line of Hot Wheels started in 2005 and was marketed towards the adult collectors and were originally priced around $3.99. Okay, well, that's times have changed. Anyways, went from 2005 to 2009. There were 5 series in total. 5 series. Yeah, they say 5 series in total, which we obviously know there were more because they're not obviously calculating the rest. But the reason I say that this could be a vast collection is because you have to remember there were 5 series released, as they say, from 2005 to 2009. Each series had between 25 and 30 cars. Now, there were a lot of those cars that had 6 color variations. So you've got 25 to 30 cars with 6 car variations. You could be easily in a couple of hundred cars just for one series. So there's a lot of Hot Wheels to collect. Just to say, I do have one from series, this is from series 1. Okay, you notice that the wheels. Alright. This is Corvette from Series 1, and also Roadrunner from Series 1. This car here, I did collect them all, and there are 5 color variations to this one. Then you have Series 2, which came out, and you'll notice that the classics, they all come with the Spectra Flame paint and plastic wheels. Metal bases back then, all of them. Here's another one. This is from the second wave of the classics, which would be released 2006. Then I've got one from the third. This is the, and they're still carrying the Spectra Flame paint, but now they're going with red line wheels as well, as you can see. So they're kind of bringing back the red line wheels slowly as well. And then I've got, well, like I say, they're a bit everywhere. This is from, I believe, Series 4. Still holding that Spectra Flame paint. So Series 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to show you guys, this is a variation, you see. Same year, different variation. And there were 4 variations. Then you have, I believe, I'm not sure, okay, but there were a 40th anniversary, and that's where this one here comes from. Still holding that Spectra Flame paint. I believe the 40th anniversary was the last, which would be Series 5. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I can't get all the information, can't find it, but I believe this is when the 40th anniversary was released. Well, let's figure that out, right? 40th anniversary from 68 would be 2008, right? Would be 2008. So Series 4 must have been the 40th anniversary. So Series 5, I don't have anything from. But before the Classics, guys, there was another series called Classics, and this was on the blue cards. And that brought you cars like this. The Ford Cobra on black walls. And this was from a series, also this Woody would be another one. And these were blue card era classics. So believe me when I say there was a lot of classics, guys. There's a ton of classics, guys. They also did a series classics with regular paint. Now, it might be the Since 68 series, which is not really a classics, but kind of close to it. They brought back the classic cars again. Now, with that being said, we have Vintage Classics, which is another series. And it was another series of 25 cars, I believe. You have 30th Anniversary Classics, which is not the same, because these cars were actually stamped 30th. I don't know if you can see it, but this says 30th anniversary on it. As to where this one says Vintage Classic Series. Then you've got, well, this is another one here, just to show you. The Red Baron in gold, also Vintage Series. Then you had the 10th anniversary, which I don't seem to have any cars of. And then you have this Red Baron here, without the cross on it, which came from the 25th anniversary. And then, of course, we had the latest, which was the 50th anniversary set. Now, thank gosh, the 50th anniversary set only brought us 5 cars. We have the Camaro, we have the Cougar, we have the Barracuda, we have the Beetle, and we have the Mustang. And this is a great homage, as you can see, all on red lines. And they also went through pretty much the wheels of the times too. You've got the classic Neos. That also is on classic Neos. Actually, the Cougar, this one, no, they're all on classic Neos. Never mind, guys. They're all on classics. So after the 50th, you've got the RLC. And these are the Neo Classics from RLC. Another series of classics. And believe me, in the RLC world, there are tons of the Neo Classics as well, guys. They do all the old cars. And, well, they do them like the old school. Except that they put the Spectra Flame paint on them, which is a bit different. Now that, I just showed you guys one of each of the series, okay, or two of each of the series. Like I said, there are hundreds, guys. If you check on Wikipedia, you're going to see that each series of 5 had tons and tons of cars, guys. Vintage, 10th anniversary, 25th anniversary, plus your 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 8 sets of classics. Neo Classics, RLC, 50th anniversary classics. You've got your blue card classics, we're on 11. Cool classics, 12. Modern classics, 13. Plus your red lines, 14. 14 sets of classics. Now that you could really base a collection on. And if you ever want to finish those, it is going to be a challenge and a half. Okay? A real challenge. Anyhow, what I do want to get into, guys, and I just wanted to go through the classics with you guys. I thought it was kind of a fun little topic. But what I do want to get into, guys, is we're going to check out 2 of my favorite of the classics. And that's the modern classics, which I don't have a lot of. As I said, it's a very tough one to complete as well because they are very expensive. Modern classics only went through 1 year, which was 2008. And then they were discontinued. The second of my favorites, well, maybe my favorite, is the cool classics. And that one, I'm going to check it out with you guys right now. All right, let's get to it. Okay, everybody, we're going to start off with a couple of cars from the modern classics that I did collect. Like I said, this is another very cool series. Started in 2008 and ended in 2008. So, very, very quick series. And I believe there were 15 cars released. Not 100% sure. Let me just double check that, guys, very quickly here. Yeah, there were 15 cars. I do not have a ton of them. I've only actually got 6. But starting off with this Roadrunner. And it was also a series that came with this kind of mirror Spectre Flame, which was really, really a cool color. Actually, which kind of led into this next series. Here I have the Grand National. It is the Grand National with the opening, well, the hood that actually comes off. But I'm not going to pull it off. And as I said, these ones are a little bit more expensive. It is probably, well, not probably. It is the most expensive out of the Classics series collection to get, is this Modern Classics. There's a Superbird. Almost has that Super Treasure Hunt vibe if it was sitting on Real Riders. But it was a really, really good set. I thought it was an awesome set, actually. But I'm not sure why it didn't hit well and only lasted that 1 year. Maybe because people were a little bit tired of the Classics look, because there's just absolutely so many of them. And they all pretty much came with the Spectre Flame paint. So maybe collectors were screaming for something different. That was a Challenger, one of my favorites. And as you can see, the old school Nova casting, which they only used in the Modern Classics. Because all the other Novas that we have in mainline or whatever was the jacked up version. This is the only time I ever saw this casting released. Very, very cool though. And last one in my collection from the Modern Classics is this Mustang, which really does claim a very high price. But a stunner. Now, there is the Silverado, which actually, the 83 Silverado, guys, actually was first released in this series. And that one, well, that one does claim an extremely, extremely huge price. Now, 2013, I believe, was the release of the Cool Classics, guys. And, well, the Cool Classics came on a card like this. And it introduced a brand new paint from Mattel, which was called the Spectra Frost, guys. As you can see right there, Spectra Frost paint. And, well, as I said, this series really didn't last that long either. I believe this series only lasted pretty much a year as well. Let me just get the exact details on that. Let's see here. Cool Classics. Cool Classics. Does it say the date? Will not tell me the date, will it? Anyways, let me just see if I've got a list here. Cool Classics. Okay, I'm not getting anything from it anyways. Anyways, it was released only for a year, guys, as well, Cool Classic. And it was also discontinued. So the Modern Classics and the Cool Classics were discontinued very quickly. And I don't understand why. This Spectra Frost paint, I would love to see Mattel bring it back. It's just fantastic. You see the Datsun. We have the Drag Beetle in this gorgeous purple. And this paint gives you a chill when you see it. It looks cold. I think it's so cool, yet it didn't last very long. And a lot of the old cool series didn't last that long. Just like the Speed Machines when they were first released. Lasted a year and disappeared. Another one, 67 Camaro, in this really beautiful, beautiful blue Spectra Frost. Just so cool. The Shelby. Another very cool color. And as you can see, Mattel put some pretty cool cars in this series. You got the Mercury Cyclone. Beautiful, beautiful car. In this beautiful paint. I mean, this is a durable paint, guys. It's a strong paint, covered beautifully. And, well, I just don't know why Mattel hung it out to dry. This is the Buick LeSabre, I believe. Yep, the LeSabre concept. And check out this Spectra Frost green. How cool is that? Simply amazing. You've even got the Toyota pickup, guys. And the Spectra Frost bronze. And all solid castings, guys. These are all with metal bases. All the original castings. Now, maybe it cost Mattel too much to produce these. Very possible. You have the old school car with the metal base. And this, well, brand new paint. Just a beauty. Ford Galaxy, guys. Mustang. Really, really beautiful, guys. Back when they used to use side mirrors. Trans Am. Another beauty. As you can see, they used to like blue a lot. Or maybe it's me that like blue a lot. One of my favorites. 40 Ford. Just gorgeous in this purple. Simply a stunner. And this Mustang in an oddball color. The only one I have in this color so far. I think we're going to open up a couple today. And another Mustang, which actually is demanding a fair price on eBay, guys. Should check that one out. Running up around 80. Surprising. This is a very odd color, though. It is the only one in this color I have. Kind of a dark purple. And last but not least, the Boss. You can't beat this. Beautiful, beautiful green as well. Sitting on a 302. How sweet. And now, a couple that will open up. Starting off with this 84 Hearst Olds, guys. And, well, it says 30 here. So it's not 15. It must be 30, unless there's two series. Did they read? Anyways, they did it for a year, that's for sure. 2014. So 2014 to 2015. And this is a series of 30 cars. See, I'm getting more information off the card than I am off of the internet, which is pretty crazy. And here we are. That's so nice. But it's funny, eh? When you go to touch these cars, just for the thought of it being a cool classics, it is cold to the touch, this paint. Very, very cool, though. Now, this one's got some Phantom decals on it. You can see some Phantom flames on the top and some Phantom flames on the side as well. Very, very subtle, guys. Very subtle. But pretty sweet indeed. And, well, yes, they also did some JDM. We've got this Datsun 240Z in this, well, it looks like it's the only one I have in this color, actually. And that is a Spectra Frost Silver, guys. Really, really cool color. That is a super, super color on this, guys. That is simply beautiful. And another one to add to the purple collection, we've got the 67 Pontiac Firebird. And this one, wow. Oh, this is pretty sweet as well. Pretty sweet indeed, guys. In this gorgeous, gorgeous purple. Third purple for the collection. Now this is the 62 Chevy in this kind of cool bronze. Wow, this one is really nice as well, everyone. That is super. What a beautiful, beautiful color on this one. Ah, we've got a fantasy casting. We have the Astro Funk. And, well, it's the same color of the Mustang, guys. So I do have two for that color now. My first fantasy casting in the Cool Classics, everyone. And this one also has Phantom work. Pretty cool indeed. Pretty cool indeed, guys. And the last one that I have for today is the 67 Oldsmobile 442. And here she is. And that one is pretty sweet indeed. What a beauty. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 out of 30 cars. So we are close to finishing off the cool classics. And it's been one hell of a ride. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please smash that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a damn thing, and it helps my channel out a lot. That is the video for the classics, guys. Hope this was a little bit informative to you, and maybe if you're not collecting any of the classics, maybe you're going to want to start now. Till next time.